Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's DLloyd. So we have trouble in paradise with the LA Lakers, yet losing again last night to the Miami Heat, 110-96, in a game that yet again we've seen another starting lineup change, some other changes with rotation, and I do think it was a better lineup than some of the lineups we've seen in the past. Inserting Austin Reeves back into the starting lineup, obviously it was not good enough, and you do got to get some blame to the players. LeBron James with 12 points. Cam Reddish, a starter, giving you starter minutes, giving you 0. I don't care how much you're in there for defense. You have to get some type of production on the offensive end. But I'll talk about that a little bit later as we discuss, a little bit more about the lineups, because I just made a video a couple of days ago saying that I think the lineups are the biggest issue right now with the Lakers. But we have this report, and you're going to see me reading from my phone. So obviously my videos are never really visual, but I'm going to be looking down at my phone a lot as I read to you some of these tweets from The Athletic and Shams. And it's pretty interesting things, right? So there is a growing disconnect, is what they're saying, between Darvin Ham and the Lakers locker room. Now, there are 6 different sources. So this is pretty concrete evidence when you have 6 different sources pretty much saying the same sentiment, right? 6 sources is a lot in a locker room to say one thing. But those sources have described the disjointedness between the coach and the team has stemmed from the extreme rotation and starting lineup adjustments recently from Darvin Ham, leading to a fluctuation of rhythm for several players across the roster. It makes sense. Also, Ham's decision to bench D'Angelo Russell and start LeBron, Taurean Prince, Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, and Anthony Davis in a lineup without a second ball handler beginning December 23rd against OKC was considered a head scratcher by multiple parties internally, according to the sources spoken to for this story. So that is pretty crazy evidence right there, saying that there is something internally wrong, and it makes sense. The Lakers have not looked focused. The Lakers have not looked in sync, and they quite frankly look like they don't have that heart, that grit to go out there and win a championship, which is quite the opposite of what we've seen in the in-season tournament, right? Where they were somewhat playing together and they had a point to prove and a mission. That has all evaporated. All of that has gone away since winning that in-season tournament. So the NBA Cup, I believe it is. I still got to get used to that. Winning the NBA Cup, it has all went away. I believe they are 2-8 in the last 10 games. It has not been good for the Lakers. Now falling below 500. Now, speaking to the rotations, I said before, it makes sense if you want to have some defensive players in the lineup. Every team does that. You want to have, maybe one, at max 2 offensive liabilities, but if that is the case, you need to make up for it by having those offensive guys to score points. Because although having great defense is good, if you're not scoring points to counteract that, you are still losing those individual battles. And at the end of the day, if you lose enough of those, you probably lose the game, unless the guys winning just win by so much that it counteracts that. So just still a numbers game. Math is math at the end of the day. And a player like Jared Vanderbilt, who I like, you guys know, I am a fan of him. Kentucky Wildcat. I'm a Kentucky Wildcat. I like Jared Vanderbilt. But he was averaging 2 points a game. Last night he gave you 4 points. Now, they did take him out of the starting lineup, so that does alleviate that. But he has been in the lineup. Cam Reddish. I like Cam Reddish, and I believe he has the potential to score points. He just doesn't. Last night, 0 on the stat sheet. That will lose you a game. So really now the difference maker is LeBron James. Typically he is good for, 24 a night. He gave you 12 last night. That's not going to win the game. Austin Reeves, I do think, answered the call by putting him into the starting lineup. He looked good. There was no D'Angelo Russell, so even if you have him coming off of the bench, he can be a guy that can score some points for you. So we understand that there are some guys missing. We don't know when Gabe Vincent will be back. We know it will be a lengthy time that he'll be sitting out. But even then, what we've seen from Gabe Vincent this year seemed like another Miami Heat player that the Lakers spent a lot of money on that didn't pan out like Kendrick Nunn. But the lineup thing. I know we just talked about it, and I just said it's a problem. It's a problem. Yes, the players. I mean, I'm not saying the players should not get blamed for it. They do as well because they're the ones performing on the court. So I'm inherently saying, yes, the players are to blame for this as well. You don't really see the effort. You don't see the continuity. But a lot of those stem from what is going on behind the scenes and who you're playing with when it comes to the rotations. The coach's job is to put the players in the best position to make plays for themselves and for the team. If you have a weakness on the court, you mask it with the strength somewhere else. That's typically how it goes. What we've seen from the Lakers is guys that can play defense and a lack of scoring, a lack of consistent shooting, a lack of even scoring at the rim. So when you have that situation, you end up losing games because it doesn't matter how great you are defensively. If you can't score, you can't win. And the Lakers have that issue. They have that issue, and they're still trying to search. I have been one to say the Lakers should not, panic and get rid of everybody. I think you can make something work with the players that you have. I mean, we just seen them play at a competitive level in the in-season tournament. We did lose some players, but the majority of the guys are back from last season's run all the way to the Western Conference Finals. So the potential is there. Anthony Davis is playing games. He's not missing games, and he's playing really well. LeBron James still manages, but he has those games. He just went for 40 the other night. So I think what Darvin Ham is doing and losing a lot of the locker room can play a major role into what we are seeing currently. Does that mean the Lakers make a change? They are not opposed to making a coaching change. We have seen it in the past. I'm not quite sure if making it right now is necessarily the best decision. We will see. I'm trying to give Darvin Ham the benefit of the doubt. But I think everybody knows his days here could be numbers. This could be his last season if he cannot figure this out. LeBron James, now at 39, does not have many more seasons to waste trying to figure things out. So, a lot of dysfunction with the Lakers. And to make it worse, they're now below 500. You now look across the hall, and the Clippers, who started off rough, have figured things out. They have been looking really good as of late. It's going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough for the Lakers. I'm going to hold out hope. Hopefully, as a Lakers fan, Lakers could figure it out. They could figure it out. I don't know if it's trades involved with that. But the decisions right now, who is coming up with these lineups, they need to add somebody else to that room to help them solidify what to do, or this could be pretty much the last few months of Darvin Ham's tenure with the LA Lakers. So those are my thoughts as to what is going on, man. Let me know what you guys think. Is the lineup thing, is that a cop-out? Should the players be getting more of the blame? Which I have seen that argument as well. Or do you agree that Darvin Ham in this lineup is just a trickle-down effect, and now because of that, you get the players not playing, you get them not really understanding what's going on, and it's a tough spot. I'm still holding out belief, though, that things can be worked out. But you guys let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. As usual, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please do me a favor. Go ahead and leave this video a like. It helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.